We are here in the USA, in the mountains in Utah, to drive the third generation of the GLS. The S-Class of SUVs from Mercedes is a totally changed car in its third generation. The front look, as you can see, is now the family SUV look of Mercedes. The rear is also more rounded. The car itself is longer, bigger, wider, and has got an extended wheelbase as well. That makes for more space inside, and Mercedes says that even a 6-foot+ adult can sit in the third row of seats in the GLS now. The technology, the driving dynamics, the interiors are all new as well, and the interiors look fabulous with the new MBUX infotainment system. Let's take the car out for a spin on the roads and see what it feels like to drive.
The same family look that had originated with the GLC and transformed the GLE has been applied to the GLS. So the massive SUV actually looks smaller and sharper from the front and rounded from the rear, when in fact it has grown in wider and has a longer wheelbase while nearly retaining the same length. With wheels of up to 23 inches, an upright windscreen, front and rear chromed skid plates, and as well as a nearly upright octagonal grille, all point towards its off-roading prowess, while the multi-beam LED headlamps, dual-unit LED tail lamps, elegant side profile all point towards contemporary design of a luxurious vehicle. The interiors are classy and luxurious as one would expect from a high-end Mercedes. The SUV now gets the new MBUX infotainment system, the large touchscreen of which dominates the dashboard. The longer wheelbase helps in more space for the passengers, and all the 3 rows of seats are now electrically adjustable, each with its own charging points and cup holders. The GLS is globally launched with 2 straight-six engines, a petrol and a diesel, as well as a V8 petrol engine with EQ boost. We have been driving the top-of-the-line engine car, and with its 4-litre 489 bhp petrol engine that makes peak torque of 700 Nm, that is boosted by additional power and torque of 16 kW and 250 Nm from the electric starter motor. The V8 can propel the over 2-ton SUV to 100 km/h in just 5.3 seconds and to a top speed electronically limited to 250 km/h. The Behemoth is now less like a truck to drive, and the e-active body control, which combines individually variable air suspension on each wheel with road scanning function and curved totally eliminated body roll, and gives a surreally stable ride if the driver so desires.
We've been driving the new third generation GLS around the roads of rural Utah here in the US. And the car seems to be very capable, but what Mercedes says is that it is even more capable off-road. So we are going to be taking this car up into the mountains behind me to check out the off-roading performance.
With air suspension on each wheel, off-road low-range gear ratio as well as fully variable torque on demand, the GLS can literally take on any terrain, and in case it gets stuck, it can also rock itself out of the situation. There is also an off-road score available on the infotainment system that keeps track of the utilization of the off-road capabilities of the GLS. The GLS used to be the truck amongst the Mercedes SUVs, not only because of its size but also because of how it was to drive. All that has now changed with the new GLS, which has not only added luxury and high-end features but improved driving dynamics. The second row is also now luxurious with an option of rear seat entertainment, and individual seats for added comfort, while all the 3 rows are controlled electrically. the GLS perhaps see the biggest jump amongst all Mercedes generation changes, but it will be only coming to India later next year.